Cullen, you son of a bitch.
You're fucking delighted. You've been waiting to say that.
Oh my God, there are so many Arnie quotes I'm going to do in this episode. It's unreal. Welcome back to Absolute Cuts. I think this week, because of this film, not a huge amount of chat beforehand.
No, you want to go straight?
I think this film deserves all our...
I'm so fucking sick of talking about The Fringe too.
Aye, let's just not mention The Fringe.
I just fucking done of it all.
Aye.
Ugh.
Let's just not mention it. We're still doing it.
But by the way, we're lucky we got this podcast. Just the one thing I will mention is you nearly, if you're chatting about things going against us, trying to get these podcasts done during The Fringe, you actually nearly died
on
the way
here. So I get the train here from Glasgow, and I get a taxi to the studio here. And a woman crashed into the taxi I was in. So it's very, very minor. The guy didn't even take, because he was raging when it first happened. He was swearing at her and everything. And then he got out, and then I came back, and I was like, "Is it bad?" And he was like, "It's actually nothing." He was like, "I didn't even take details." I think he properly, because I looked round, and it was a proper elderly woman, and I think she was shaking up. So she just crossed into his lane and clipped the whole front of his car.
Yeah, aye, okay.
But you're like,
did he just think that's payment enough?
Aye,
rattle this old geriatric woman.
But you wonder, that must happen quite. Like that's never ever happened to me.
Crash?
No, I've been in a car crash. I've been in a couple of car crashes, but I've never been in a. I was in a pretty serious car crash.
So was I, actually.
Was I?
Yeah.
What happened to yours?
I was stuck in between two. I told you this. I think I might have told this, but I mean, basically, the car I was in, we were stuck in I was in the middle of a sandwich, and basically, this person driving broke her arms into the steering wheel. Like my friend Paul, he split his head on the windscreen, and his sister, the seatbelt cut her throat, but like fine, but like still a thing.
Hell.
And I walked out. And there's someone absolutely mangled in the front car, people think, and I walked out like fucking Bruce Willis and Unbreakable. I was so unscathed from it all. I must have went loose,
Aye,
and I was so unscathed from it all that my mum sent me. It was on the way to school, and she still sent me to school.
Christ almighty.
And I was like, I bragged it up with her, and she's like, "Oh, well, you were fine." And I was like, "Fuck."
Fair enough, but
well, the fucking teacher made me stand up and retell the whole story in front of the whole classroom. Like that was a good idea. I was sitting there going, Paul, he's in your class. Well, his fucking brains were everywhere.
We had a bus. We were on so there's a really windy road up the west coast of Scotland if you're going up towards Inverness and stuff, and you go along alongside Loch Lomond, and there was black ice in the road. Oh no, it wasn't black ice. It was oil. Oil had spilled off another car or something, and as we were coming around the corner, the front wheel caught it and and then the corner of the bus came right into the front of the car and just fucking crescendoed the car in like that.
God, that was close, because that would make another.
Totally fine, like.
But another half, if it goes back up, it's a whole different.
I had to go to hospital ambulance and get. I did something to my car. I think I cracked my collarbone, and that was it.
That's not too bad. Of all things to crack,
it wasn't bad at all. Some admin stuff before we start.
Okay.
This shirt I'm wearing, which is kindly gifted to me by our good friend Sid.
Oh,
who's an avid listener of the podcast. He was out and he got these. These are football shirts inspired by films. Right, so
unbelievable.
He didn't tell me whose was whose, because you've got one as well.
Oh
right?
my God!
And then I assumed that yours was the medium and mine was the extra large. So, so mine is inspired by the club in Goodfellas.
Oh, that's so the Copacabana.
Yeah, and yours is this.
This is the fucking. I'm so excited for this,
Yeah,
and
it's cool.
already this looks unbelievable.
So yours is a Beetlejuice one.
Fucking excellent.
Class, isn't it?
Fucking hell, man. I'm absolutely buzzing with that.
It's absolute class. So thank you very much, Sid. That's very, very kind of you.
I never even knew this fucking thing would exist.
I know that, so I'm going to get the website off him. And I put it on the now. Don't. Please tell me you've got something on under there.
I do.
Good.
That's weird if I just wore a jumper.
No, that would be weird.
It's just a jumper on. Please.
Jumper on bare skin.
We're covering up the Beastie Boys with some Beetlejuice.
Oh, nice. But yeah, thank you so much, Sid. That was very, very, very kind of you.
I don't know why I love the number 3 too.
Aye.
I tend to.
Mine's got Hell 10 on the back, which is class. So, and Ryan, for being such a good friend, I have also bought you a gift. I got your T-shirt that I saw online, so I'll let you show that to the camera.
Right, am I just dropping this towards the camera first? Right.
And then you have a look.
For fuck's sake. Where the fuck did you get this?
I saw it online.
Have you been abusing me so much? You've been baldy that all your algorithms are
Do you know
now
what
going
what I was doing
oh,
was
fucking baldy.
bought-
This is great.
I bought a t-shirt. Because the
My
algorithm
wardrobe's just doubled, by the way.
The algorithm was I was squirreling through stuff. Do you remember the TV show Mask? Like it was like a cartoon. Mask Crusaders working overtime.
Oh,
they all had masks that
yes,
did
they
shit.
fucking do.
But all their vehicles turned into different vehicles. So like a car would turn into a plane, and a bike would turn into like a submarine and all this kind of shit. Right? It was my favourite show when I was a wee boy. I had all the toys and everything. They were the coolest toys you could get. And I was scrolling through it, and a Mask T-shirt came up. In the sale, so I was like, fuck, I'm getting that, definitely. And then as I was ordering it, it came up with other T-shirts you might like, and that was sitting on there, and I was like, I can't not order this now. Like, so
Add to basket. 3 times. That's unbelievable. Thank you very much.
All right, cheers,
And
Sid.
you too said, this is I'm buzzing with this. Do you know, actually, I'm like, quite excited for the, like, as much as remember when we were doing it, I was like, oh, Beetlejuice is fine, and I liked it. I can't wait for the new one. I think that fucking trailer looks great.
Oh, it looks brilliant. Aye,
They
that's absolutely brilliant.
left Baldwin out of it, though.
I know, well, man's got other stuff in his mind just now. So.
They've brought back people. There's like, I saw the William Dafoe. I'll always take that.
Yeah.
22nd.
Gina Davis won't be in it either.
No.
I assume. But Winona Ryder's in it, and Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but
and all the other
two of my big crushes, you know, Winona Ryder and Monica Bellucci.
Is Monica Bellucci in it? Oh, good God.
Oh, good God.
Oh.
I seen your eyes light up. You were just about to
Monica
say, you said I
Bellucci.
was going to say Jenna Ortega.
I did.
And you were going to go
I was
for
going
me.
to go
I hate
hell
her.
for leather on you.
Hate her.
You hate Jane Ortega? I've
think
never seen her in. I've never seen Wednesday. I've never seen her in anything.
I haven't seen Wednesday
ever.
either, actually. No.
My kids love Wednesday. Absolutely love it. But it's proper aimed at them. It's like the ideal thing for their kind of age.
Yeah.
Monica Bellucci is. When she was was it Skyfall? No.
Oh, is she a Bond girl?
She was in. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Wasn't-
Bloody the one after Skyfall, which is the
Oh, Spectre?
Spectre. Yeah, of course. Jesus
Spectre
Christ.
Gadget.
Spectre. Yeah, she's the widow at the start, but she's like the most perfect Bond girl.
Yeah.
That has ever been.
Yeah,
So
she
it's
does-
mental that she was never a Bond girl.
Like a
before
proper
that.
one.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the worst Bond girl?
The worst Bond girl is for
Like-
annoyance. The man with the golden gun, Mary Goodnight. She was really annoying.
There was an odd few choices. Like, for example, like Denise Richards is an odd choice for, I think, for
Yeah.
a Bond girl.
Yeah,
like,
that
she
was
was
just how
attractive, like, you know.
big she
but-
was at the start,
But,
but
like,
yeah.
you're just like, what?
Aye, but it gave Bond a chance to do one of the greatest lines ever. Because her name's Dr. Christmas Jones. And then when he's pumping her at the end, he says, I thought Christmas only came once a year. Fucking you're like the
don't remember
writers
that.
just must have been like that. Oh,
Yeah,
come
take the
on,
day off to
yeah.
show that.
Aye. Oh, the best by far is Eva Green in Casino Royale.
I remember Eva Green.
Unbelievable. Genuinely the best Bond girl by far.
I can't think. What about Terry Hatcher?
I'd see Terry Hatch was shite. She really
He's
was
a good Bond,
shite.
but-
I liked Isabella Scorupco.
Isabella
and
Scorupco.
GoldenEye. The GoldenEye had class because they had Isabella Scorupco and Famke Janssen, who used
I
to
know
kill
Famke
men by
Janssen.
crushing them with her thighs.
That wasn't Famke Janssen, was
Famke
it?
Janssen, yeah.
Is Famke Janssen the person I'm thinking of? Like, Deep Rising?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was in X-Men.
Aye.
Played Jean Grey in
Yeah,
X-Men.
perfect.
Yeah.
I did not know that was the Fire Crusher was
Yeah.
Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
I used to love Famke, right?
Yeah. That's a fucking great scene where she's in like the sauna and she's crushing Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. What a bizarre.
Oh,
What a bizarre. You looking at me like, oh, I loved that.
honest to God, I love that. I love that film as well. Right, I can't believe right that this is our first. I had to go back and check all the episodes. I cannot believe this is our first Schwarzenegger film.
Is it?
I think it's a disgrace for two straight white men that are doing a film podcast.
We haven't done.
to have not touched Arnie yet.
Have we done Van Damme yet?
We've not done Van Damme either. Have we done Stallone? I don't know if we've even touched Stallone.
Yeah.
yet. Have we?
Escape to Victory.
Oh yeah, fuck, of course.
But that's
mental. That's the
that
only
doesn't
Stallone
count.
film.
It just doesn't feel like it counts. Yeah. I am a. Now, obviously, I feel like everyone is. I am a big lover of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I cannot get enough of Arnold.
I don't get it when people
Oh,
get
my-
him like he's not a good actor, and I'm always just like, I actually don't care, and I don't agree with you either.
No.
because he's proper star. Back in the day, he's a proper star. He carried.
He's Hollywood star.
Yeah, Hollywood.
And do you know what? Pretty handsome in this.
This is a little handsome era, you
Aye.
know. But you know,
Like-
he got a little bit to either this or
Aye,
fucking
but a proper chiseled jaw in this. Like his hair.
2 trimmers.
His hair. His hair looks class. And this, like, genuinely, like, this film is. It's Predator, by the way, just in case we're not.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you've never seen it, then just shut this off now and go and watch it because.
That's what you do. You just go fucking kill yourself.
I actually also go and
Yeah,
kill
what
yourself.
the fuck? Yeah, I was like,
But I forgot how fucking good this. There's perfect films, right? Jaws is a perfect film.
Yeah.
Goodfellas is a perfect film. Back to the Future is a perfect film. Die Hard's a perfect film. Aliens, yes. This also comes into
Yeah,
there is
Marmaduke.
The English Patient. Paddington 1.
Norbit. the clumps. Yeah,
Big Mama's House 9.
yeah.
But it's just there's nothing wasted about this film at all.
I wanted to check something because has he done 2 in Your Perfect? I feel like this director is always under.
McTiernan.
Like he did
Unreal.
Because he's done. I don't know what he's done about the 2. He done Die Hard.
So this,
Predator.
then Die Hard, then Hunt for Red October.
That
That
was
was the
6.
3 run.
Fuck it,
Like just fucking
unbelievable.
retire then and go. I've just made 3 of the best action films of all time. So
Wow. Where is he from? He's American, isn't
he's
he?
American. I think he does. He did Last Action Hero as well, which
That's all right.
I enjoy.
I
Last
don't.
Action
Yeah,
Hero.
I don't remember it too much, but I will watch
Aye,
it.
I enjoy it. But this film is perfect and it's so fucking masculine.
Oh, it's so
It's
well. Yeah, border.
fucking-
There's a few border on Top Gun level of
Aye,
masculine.
it bleeds. It just fucking oozes spunk. This film.
I couldn't believe I saw
So-
the scene. You know, at the very start, I thought the meme. You know, that handshake.
Yeah. Oh God.
I kind of forgot that was coming.
Oh, swirly on as well.
Yeah, it's like,
It's like the first spoken words.
yeah.
Dylan, you son of a bitch. And then the arm wrestle in midair. What's wrong, Dylan? CIA got you pushing too many pencils. It's so funny. And they're both greasy as fuck. They're so greasy. It's like,
Oh, by the way, everybody's absolutely sweating in this. Now, it is fair enough. It is the Guatemalan jungle,
Yes.
so that you would expect it. But
Yeah.
it's so funny that they're like zooming in at times.
aye.
Fucking
The guy that plays Mac, Bill Duke,
Oh, Bill Duke. He's just
he's literally pissing sweat all the time.
there. Yeah,
It's
there's a
dripping off him
there is
all
a,
the
there is
time.
a scene he's in the thing is dripping off him and he's fucking shaving it off.
He dry shaves. Him in the helicopter just dry shaving.
He dry shaves in the helicopter. He dry shaves when he's hunting the
Oh,
predator.
God.
Then he dry shaves just
Yeah.
his neck. Oh, was it the neck was in the helicopter?
Aye. He does his neck in the helicopter, but then when he's waiting for the predator, but he starts so high. He starts like halfway up his temple and then and you can hear the
Drag.
scrape and you're like, have you ever tried dry shaving?
Yeah.
It's agony.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like
Yeah.
but he's so hard.
I've only ever done it here, like trying to tidy up this or something. If I had
Yeah.
nothing left and had like a big razor and its own going, oh yeah,
But he's so fucking hard. He can just dry shave anything.
great. Fair play.
I forgot how this film starts.
So I put this. Sorry, I remember I put the thing,
Aye.
and then Gareth made a good point. Is like, yeah, the only way you watch Predator is like it's already on, and you have to keep it on.
Yeah, it is one of those Goodfellas, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, because
If you come across it, you're watching the rest of it.
like I don't ever remember anything about attacking that compound.
Oh, you don't even remember that?
I remember none. I honestly feel like the film just starts in there in the jungle with a woman.
Oh, no.
And they explain that it's a girl. I never remember any of
I
that.
remember that. I always thought it started with them flying and arriving in the helicopter.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But there is a bit which, if I was proper being really critical, was the only bit I would take out of the film is the bit at the start where you see the spaceship. Because the spaceship looks shit as well. The spaceship flies over and then it launches a pod off and then you realise it's gone down to Earth.
Yeah.
I don't think it's needed.
I don't think it's needed either yet.
I think it would have been better if it's never explained where the predator came from. You just don't know.
It's better, yes. And you know that another thing is, my problem with all Alien and Predator movies now. I fucking loved Romulus for this, but you know they do not show the fucking thing. Remember in the first Predator, the new The Predator, where fucking Shane Black wrote. I was so excited again, like come back. I did fucking despise that film with a burning passion.
Yeah,
right. And it starts off. First thing is fucking like inside the ship and the Predator standing there pushing buttons. I'm like, well, there goes that. There goes the fucking spin. I want to see the cunt taking a shit before he kills people. That really kind of takes the fucking edge off.
Making an omelette.
Oh, it's hunting season, boys. Better get a fucking greased up Sprite.
But I'm assuming they do it because they're. I mean, they must have had an idea for some kind of franchise in this. But I just don't. They don't need. I don't care about the mythology of the thing.
No.
I don't care. I'd rather it's just there. Nobody knows why.
Yeah.
They don't know why. So it's just there to kill people, and that's it.
Don't need backstories. Too much backstory.
So that was the only bit. But then, that aside, that fucking opening. Because, the music in this is incredible.
Oh, it was
another thing I forgot.
I didn't know that out too. I didn't know that. It was like, was it Little Richard or someone? No.
But the score from Alan Silvestri, who did Back to the Future as well, which is the best score of all time. But then, so then they're in the helicopter, and it's like Long Toss, got everything that Uncle John did. And then it just stops, and it starts in that. It's fucking excellent.
Yeah, the music. I forgot about the.
Like this, and Aliens has got a cracking.
Yeah.
You just know it immediately. RoboCop's the same.
Yeah.
Terminator's the same. Terminator 2 is exactly the same.
I keep bringing up Norbit. But
they just.
It just sets a good scene. It's like true romance too, with the
yes.
When it's so through it, you're like, all right, you get it.
But then getting off the helicopter, because they're all so like, you wonder like how the fuck are these guys a Marine, like a special forces unit? Because Jesse the Body Ventura gets off, right, and he's like in an MTV t-shirt, and then Bill Duke Mac gets off in a full business suit, and you're like, where are these cunts coming from? And then fucking Pancho's got like a shirt unbuttoned to his navel, and then they all get off, and Arnie just sits there smoking a cigar in the shadows. Like, it's just like, oh,
so fucking stupid. And then
when he comes off, he's dressed like he's just been golfing. He's got like a tight, bright red polo shirt on.
Chinos.
It's unbelievable.
Oh God, landing the Guatemalan desert with a wee Fred Perry shirt.
But what I like about it is there's so little story. There's so little.
Well, it's one of them things. Like, this is why a lot of these things keep missing. It's just when they keep trying to make fucking backstories of, and people are like, if I wanted to watch the backstory, I'd watch fucking Interstellar or something.
Yeah.
It's like, just continue on with it. Make it cool, make it thing. A minimal story.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it was like I was talking to Dave Longley, we're both pals with, yesterday online about, because he was showing his boy, his eldest, Goodfellas for the first time.
Okay, yeah.
And he was talking about he didn't realise how quickly it moves, Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I said we were watching Predator for the podcast this week, and he was like, just that era of, there's no fat on any of the films.
Yeah.
He called them the cocaine movies. And that's exact. So like this run, so there was like, within like 4 years, there was like Goodfellas, this, RoboCop, and Aliens. And it's just coke movies. It's just like, let's just fucking go. Let's get fucking on with it. Like,
let's fucking go.
There's nothing wasted whatsoever.
Yeah, within in Predator, within like 6 minutes max, they're already in the jungle hunting down that other compound. Yeah.
And you also know who everybody is just for that helicopter.
Yeah.
There's this mad bastard, dry shaven. There's a Native American tracker that's clearly mental. There's Shane Black, who just tells jokes about his girlfriend's fanny all the time. And then Carl Weathers is like the dodgy piece of shit.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger's the man.
Yeah.
And then Pancho's like the decent weapons one. And then fucking Ventura is just a mad, gunned up, roided out bastard. Like,
he's very funny.
It's just a simple concept. Just put 6 highly skilled, massive dudes
in
a jungle and have them hunted by something that's even more massive.
Yeah. And yeah, I love the fact that as well. I think it was Kai, but I think Kai was chatting about something else when he was talking to me about Predator. He goes, "Oh, it's very funny how, as they go chronologically, how worse the Predators get when they're supposed to get better." So he's just like, Commandos. Then he goes, next thing, and he's beaten by a cop.
Yeah.
Then he's beaten by an autistic kid. And then it's a scientist.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah. Yeah, they become weaker as they go.
Even though they're supposed to be going another way. Mind you, Prey doesn't really count, because I like Prey's unbelievable. Like, Prey's fucking...
That is cool, and I think that would be awesome. Like, you drop a Predator in any time period.
You see, this is why I loved Predators, the Forgotten one.
Yeah.
I fucking loved Adrian Brody's one, because again, it starts with him falling from the sky and lands straight in an alien planet. And
exactly,
I'm like, bingo, I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't care about the rest,
Yeah.
Brilliant, loved it.
But, like, because I was trying to think what the kind of purpose of the Predator is, and I take it as just... Because I was like... I remember when I was a wee boy watching this for the first time and thinking maybe the Predators were trying to take over Earth. But it's not. They're literally just there
Training.
for a laugh.
Yeah, they're training exercises.
It's like guys that go out and hunt elephants or deer on the weekend. They're just there to hunt humans.
Yeah, they're there to hunt and just get better, isn't it? Isn't that the thing? Just it takes some advancements. That's about it.
Because that's the whole Alien versus Predator thing as well. They're sent there to,
that's right. They
to train as well.
Yeah.
And like... So that must mean, like, there must be other planets that they get sent to. So they must have identified various hostile things on different planets, and they send them and go,
it's cool.
Have a go at these lads.
Have a wee shot. It's like a pre-season friendly.
But I mean, there is a wee bit of story. The fact that some senator's been captured in the jungle.
Yeah.
And Carl Weathers is...
R.I.P. He's dead, isn't he? Recently?
He is. He died recently, aye.
Loved him in Arrested Development.
What a career, man.
He was so funny in Arrested Development. Oh, my God.
That, fucking Apollo Creed, and the guy in Happy Gilmore.
Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot about that.
What's his name again? It's Chump, is it? What is it? Oh, fuck, that's
whatever,
terrible. Yeah. What a legacy, man.
What a legacy.
And this.
And Carl, yeah. Well, in fairness, that's some of my favourite loves,
Oh.
I have Arrested Development's probably my favourite show.
But that scene where him and Schwarzenegger just...
a mid-air arm wrestle too, completely thing. What is it? Arnie wins it, doesn't he?
He does. Apparently, like on this, like a lot of the...
Who is she, by the way?
Who's the...
Like the actress? I've never seen her in
the hostage?
Yeah.
I take? I have no idea.
Never. I never think they put her name on the credits.
I don't even know why she's in there.
Yeah,
she's literally there for a bit of exposition about how when she was a wee girl, they saw this creature come in the hottest years.
Oh, that's right.
That's all she... Because why are they taking her? Like, it's not like she has much...
Yeah. We need everyone, Arnie says, in their estimate. Do you?
Because they destroy absolutely everyone at that compound. Russians,
so
fucking
funny.
Guatemalans, like...
How much ammo did these guys bring with them? It's so funny. That compound, like, they blew at least 30 people into the air. Not shot. Yeah. There's like 30 people that have flown over buildings.
Yeah.
And it's great.
They've all got that stunt thing where there's like a platform that just springs them up. Every single person gets launched in the air.
Flunk.
There's a bit where... because like you're saying how much ammo they actually take, because there's supposed to be a stealth unit. And at one point, Arnie says, right, we're going to move around. Remember, no sound, be quiet, right? And then you see Jesse Ventura carrying a fucking mini machine gun that's like clearly been taken off the side of a helicopter that he's... Like, was there any need to bring that if you're a fucking stealth unit? Well, like...
Yeah, what are you going to need?
6,000 rounds on it, like...
Yeah, he goes... But the thing is, he goes, stay silent, and then they basically kill one watch-out guy, and then he just rolls an entire van full of bombs and blows it.
He picks the truck up.
That's right. Nobody hears, like, it'd be great if it just started, realistically, it just got, and they'd all turn around, and he's like, trying to lift a van.
Lifting a fucking truck up.
Lift a fucking truck.
Want to use it as a bomb.
I mean, it was already up in the thing, so it probably wouldn't roll. You push it, it just rolls 2 foot.
There's a bit in that whole compound scene where I think it's just after Jess Ventura says, stuck in like a goddamn Alabama tick. Then there's a guy he shoots with Old Painless, the Gatling gun. He shoots him so many times, the guy bursts into flames.
Yeah, there's a part 2 when Arnie just unloads a machine gun into a guy from real close range. Like, yeah, runs around the back of the van. And he just kind of, do you know, like Arnie doesn't really take cover at all. He just walks through the middle like this, just his arm, like his whole body on a swivel. Like,
There's no need to shoot half these guys at such a close range.
yeah.
They're all about 10 feet from them, and then they just unload an entire magazine into them.
Jeez, they would come in and find the compound. They'd be like, "What the fuck?" That actually is a body worse than the Predator had. If you found it, like, what the fuck's happened here? Man's full of holes, you know that. But yeah, and do you know was it Bill Duke or someone that kills the first Watchman? Does he go like he makes like a bird noise, and the guy looks down and just stabs him in the face?
That's right.
It doesn't really. It doesn't even. It's not even like you know. Usually they're sliding up behind people and going. He just goes. Suppose launching a knife into your brain would.
But then there's a weird bit because I thought they were just attacking like guerrilla forces, but then there's Russians in that, and then they find a shitload of. I never really understood this, and it gets forgotten very quickly. But they find a load of files.
Yeah, they never really explained that.
And then Schwarzenegger realizes that Carl Weathers has obviously known more about it than what they did. Because at that point, I thought, does Carl Weathers know about the Predator? Like, is this like a?
Oh, because the other guy, I knew this guy.
Do you know how in like Aliens, they get sent there, but the guy knows.
Yeah,
they're basically being sent there to try and capture one alien so they can take it back to experiment on.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but I don't think he does. I think he knew about some kind of mission, but didn't tell him the full details.
Yeah, he doesn't know why Hopper died.
Aye.
When they find the
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
Hopper, and then there's some other dodgy thing with the whatever. Yeah, so I don't think he knew that, obviously, but. No, because he does. No, he doesn't. Because he's angry. Remember at the time he was like,
yes,
he's like, "Oh, what the fuck you talking about? A lizard?"
Yeah.
No fucking lizard.
That like, there's a shit. What was I going to say there? What did you just say before that? I can't even remember.
When I thought it was commandos, I thought it was just dudes with no underwear.
Did you not used to do a joke about that?
It did.
Yeah.
Once went commando in a restaurant and shot 14 people. Never really did that well. I loved it though.
It's so funny. Did you like what was it? What's his name? Shane? Because Shane Black's. I thought Shane Black wrote this, but he doesn't. He didn't. He was just an actor in it.
Yeah. No, I think he did. Did he not do some sort of story edits?
They tried to get him to do it, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh fuck you, I'm here to act." So that's why they killed. Like that's my internet research and all the stories
Okay, right.
I know about this. They killed him off first, so that they could then hire him as a script editor afterwards and add in, because like the two jokes were just jokes he told when they were sitting around at lunch.
Oh, right, fucking
And
hell.
I mean the jokes are funny.
Yeah. And
Like,
I can't remember them, to be honest. I remember the one about.
The first one is, oh crap, I've got it right here. I went up to my girlfriend the other day. I said I'd like a little pussy, and she said mine too. Mine's as big as a house.
That's great.
And the other one is, I read the other day, I whispered into my girlfriend's pussy, I wouldn't mind some of this. And she said, why did you say it twice? I didn't. That's the one Billy laughs at.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, his laugh's so fucking ridiculous. Like,
That's a brutal bit when they come across Hopper. When all the bodies are just skinned alive.
Guts are all on the floor. Isn't it?
Jesus.
One of them lifts the guts to get the dog tag.
Aye, it does.
I love it when they throw, because realistically, I feel like you'd miss a dog tag. You know, he chucks it and he's like,
Aye. He chucks up his knife.
oh, right, like that.
He flicks it and then Arnie
In
catches
fairness,
it.
all of the stuff, and it's quite badass. Just a little flicking with knives. Nothing's done pretty normally.
No, everything's done with some cool effect.
Yeah. Do you remember the line? My favorite line in the whole thing is, so why am I here, not the regular army? And it's like, because some fool accused you of being the best.
Some damn fool.
Some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Do you notice how many times they say expendable
No.
in this? They say, because there's this whole kind of thing about how Schwarzenegger's like saying, these are my men. They're
Yeah.
not just here. They're not just to be here to be used as a a unit to try and get whatever the government want. And then Carl Weathers keeps telling him, no, you're an asset. You're an expendable asset. And then Schwarzenegger later goes, my men are not expendable. And you go, what is that where they got the idea from?
Probably.
Like, because it's a perfect name for that film, The Expendables.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah,
There's a thing I found out about this as well, that because at this time there was such a big rivalry between Stallone and Arnie, apparently the two guys that wrote this, the reason they wrote it was after Rocky IV, right, when he fights Drago, right, so that's the biggest guy he's fought so far. He's like a man-made Russian robot, basically, is what Drago is, because he's been pumped full of stuff. He's the best equipment. Somebody said at the time, I don't know if it was a party or a pitch meeting, that in the next Rocky, the only natural progression he would have to fight an alien. And these two guys went,
That's so funny. That's great.
I love if that's true.
Yeah. Jesse Ventura ran for office, didn't he?
He was governor of Minnesota, I think.
And thing was what, governor of California?
Yeah, there's two governors in this.
Be great if you had Biden in there. It'd be so shite. Take that, you silly sausage. Just fucking. You'd probably get a knife through the head and survive. But anyway, is there anything else? You silly sausage. I've got. Oh my god, this is one thing I thought was so fucking stupid. When they find Hopper's, was it Hopper's fucking helicopter? They're meant to be an elite group of commandos, and how they get up onto the dangling helicopter is to use it as they put like the fucking, the hook.
Aye.
And he free climbs up, and I go, use the tree.
Aye.
You just pull the helicopter and top
I
himself
thought that
up.
as well. I thought when one guy went up, then another one goes up, and you're like that. You're really risking this here, boys. Like
the whole commando was elite. It was all completely wiped out by
how strong are these branches that's holding up a helicopter? And
just the one thing you wouldn't do is use it as a fucking weight. But anyway,
one of my favourite, because there's so many quotable lines in this.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I did realize that I never ever thought this would be like an Arnie quotable. She's like, I remember Get to the Chopper, right? And I thought that was it, but there is actually fucking loads in it.
They've all got one.
Yeah.
Like, most of them. Ventura's got a couple. When he goes, after he says about the Alabama tick, Poncho goes, Jesus, Blade, you're bleeding. Ain't got time to bleed.
I ain't got time to bleed.
And the other one, right, and I'm going to use a slur here, but it's in the film.
Oh,
When
that's right.
he's
I know the
handing
one
out
you're
the
talking
chewing
about.
tobacco, and he goes,
wild.
and he asks them all if they want it, and nobody takes the chewing tobacco. And he goes, bunch of slack-jawed faggots around here. This stuff will make you a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus.
A sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Slack-jawed?
Slack-jawed. He must have do you reckon he wrote that into himself and goes, I feel like my character would say this, and they were like, well, I suppose he would. I mean,
but he was a huge star, Jesse Ventura, at this. He was like,
was he? I've never seen him in any. I don't know nothing about him.
He's a professional wrestler.
I didn't know that even.
Oh yeah, so he was a wrestler like early 80s,
Okay.
like just as Hulk Hogan was becoming massive. But then when he retired from the ring, he became he's basically the guy that changed commentary in WWF.
Oh, really? Okay.
Him and Gorilla Monsoon. They were the
Gorilla Monsoon.
Gorilla
I don't
Monsoon,
know.
yeah.
I don't know about wrestling, so it's very funny.
Mid 80s
Gorilla Monsoon
to late 80s wrestling. It's absolute peak.
Oh my god.
Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Ravishing Rick Rude, Andre the Giant. The two of them were in co-commentary.
Yeah,
and they were fucking class. Absolute. Jesse Ventura's incredible at it. Like,
that's great. I didn't know that.
aye.
Do you reckon Greta Thunberg would watch this, by the way, like in proper tears, considering the damage they did to that fuck? Like every two scenes, they're just lighting up the whole. Like he takes down half the forest with a minigun at one stage. Like just trees falling. And
That scene goes on for a minute. It's just a minute of them all shooting the trees.
that's so good. They're just like trees being flying. Then he fucking blows it up at the end.
When they filmed it, so they filmed this. I think is it in a Mexican jungle? I don't know.
Guatemala.
Whatever. Is it Guatemala? Yeah.
I believe it's Guatemala. I don't think I think they might mention it once. I don't even remember them mentioning it, but they mention it in other films where they go, remember like that. Remember one time, I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been Predators when Alice Braga, she's Brazilian. She goes, oh, there's a story of a commando team in the Guatemalan desert. So I think
right.
I don't know if they said, I didn't even clock it, but I've always had Guatemala.
Well,
in my head.
wherever they filmed it, they did it in the height of summer, which was a stupid mistake because that's why they're all sweating their fucking arses off.
I mean, I feel like it's a good thing now.
They're sweating.
It must have been
also,
hell. Insects and shit.
Aye. Well, apparently there was just insects everywhere, but they all got diarrhea because the water was so dirty that they were just shitting all over the place.
Oh god! And that's dirty shits. They would all have dirty, horrific shits.
But because it was in the height of summer, most of the trees were brown because they'd been burnt out. So they had to bring in like greenery that they had to keep moving scene to scene. So they had to bring in their own greenery to make it look like this lush forest.
Fucking hell.
Like fucking insane. I love stories about sets like this.
Aye, when
just
they
absolutely insane. And they would go out
because you could easily just film it somewhere else, but it's not.
They probably would now.
It's just not as. I don't think it's as fun, even for an actor and stuff.
No.
I think you get way more into it.
Aye.
And a fucking, like when you see Christian Bale doing the acting, and then you see him. He said like that one of the hardest jobs he ever had was that Marvel one.
Aye.
Because he was just like, because he goes, I'm sitting on a green screen, and you can't.
I don't know how they do it. I genuinely don't know how they do it.
I feel like it's much better to film on set. All the better films have been filmed on
talking,
set, or a built set, or on a fucking set.
Like I mean, when we did Sixth Sense last week, right? I don't think either of us mentioned it, but because there's rules about having child actors on, like adult actors can do like 12-hour shoots, right? You can't do that with kid actors, right? That TV show that Seamus did a couple of years ago, they could only do like 4 hours at a time. That's like the law, right? So for that, I was reading that the scene where he tells him, "I see dead people," right? They did Haley Joel Osment's scenes with Bruce Willis sitting there, so they would film both of them. But with Bruce Willis, he did most of the scene with nobody there, because Haley Joel Osment couldn't be on set because it had been taking too long.
Okay.
So sometimes they would get someone to sit in, or he would just be acting to nothing.
Bill Duke.
Which I find mental. Like, I think that's class acting when you can do it to nobody.
Yeah.
It's like when people speak on the phone and they act. I always think that's really impressive.
It's an easy. It sounds like an easy thing.
They're not having the conversation, so they have to. I think it's impressive.
Have you ever tried to act?
Yeah, I'm awful. I'm so bad.
I'm so bad at it.
Yeah.
I had a show and nobody will ever find it, thankfully, called Late License. It was a sketch show on BBC Northern Ireland. Wiped off there for that thing. Oh, well, it's just sketches were bad, and I realised that's
it's
not for me.
Easy.
No, it's not. I've always got to, when somebody's unbelievable at it, I'm like, whoa.
Aye.
I
had to do that. So for the Edinburgh Unlocked TV show, I'd interviewed Brian Cox.
That's class.
From Succession at the start of the summer.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But this was even before I went to the Euros, because that was the only time he could do, because he was in LA.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it by Zoom.
Yeah.
And obviously, because it wasn't proper cameras, they were really just wanting his answers on the Zoom screen. And I looked like shit because it wasn't lit or anything like that. So when we came back to it, the way we did it was we had to fake as if he'd just called me, right? So already I'm like, I'm going to be so unconvincing doing this. I've got to so that was that. Oh, who's this? Oh, it's fucking Brian Cox on the phone, right? So then I would pretend to have I had to do the entire interview again, but with no one on it.
That's tough.
Right? And that's when you realise how hard it is actually acting, when you've got no one to... Because you're trying to have a natural conversation with no one.
Yeah.
So it's tough. So you'll see it.
I'd like to be good.
I fucking shite at it.
I'd like to be good at it. I'd like to do one thing that I'd be good at it. But I think in my head though, eventually I'd like to write a film.
Aye.
Write films. That's what I think.
We should do that. That should be
a
year-long process on Absolute Cuts where we write a film.
That'd be so fucking
We
fun.
each write a film, right? And then see how far we can get it in the pitching process.
Let's do it now and set a date. You have to write some sort of a script and see how far you get it. In the pitching process, or
if either of us can get it seen by anyone.
Anybody. That's so funny. Right, we give her what year is it now? After the Fringe, we'll do it after next year's Fringe.
After September 2025.
Well, let's do it.
Right, the script has to be finished by September 2025.
No, yeah. How about this? So we'll all remember 9/11. It has to be ready on 9/11.
Just the script, or does it have to have been then pitched by? Because that's given us like just the script. Because that's a year. That's fine.
That's a long time.
I don't think we could either of us could write a movie script.
Do you want to do it
months.
as a short film, even if you think it can be a short film if you don't want to write?
No, I'm going for a fucking.
I'm going too, but
I'm going an epic. I'm going David Lean, fucking Cecil B. DeMille, fucking Ben Hur here. Like,
it'd be really funny if he came out with something completely unexpected, like My Sister's Keeper job. Like, well, okay, Mark, this is good, but I didn't think the new Nicholas Sparks.
It won't be. It will be a bunch of roided up, greasy men in some situation. That's all it will be. Like
roided, greasy men.
I'm just gonna call it that. Roided, greasy men.
Roided. It would be a funny name for a show.
This film was nearly called Hunter, just Hunter. Predator's so much better.
Hunter's good, but Predator, yeah.
Aye.
Hunter, like I think over the test of time we'd be like, wow, Hunter. Aye. What do you think? But
and you can tell it was called Hunter because there's a line where Arnie kind of realizes that it's picking them off one by one.
Yes.
And then Bill Duke says, like a hunter.
Yeah. Well, you see, it wouldn't be called Predator if it was made these days, because that obviously means
Russell Brand.
Yeah. Russell Brand in the forest.
Hugh Edwards.
I would be fucking lighting up that mini Grundon if it was Russell Brand. I'd be like,
Hugh Edwards lowering himself from a tree, just snatching underage boys, taking them up.
Way up in this thing. He's camouflaged.
just walking along to fight.
The jungle took him.
17-year-old boys hung from a tree, spunk just dripping off them.
No.
The predator's been here.
Why didn't she run? They're like, because he doesn't like her type.
If it comes, we can kill it.
If it comes, we can kill it. The jungle took them.
Oh, Christ. Before I forget, quotes, this is what I mean, how every single one of them. And I think if it bleeds, we can kill it. Right, that's obviously.
Great.
And the get to the chopper.
That's
obviously they're the two best lines.
Yeah.
I think my favourite is Mac, Bill Duke, because he hates Carl Weathers from the start.
Yeah.
Because he's already figured him out and he says he doesn't belong here. This guy's shafting us. And there's a point where Carl Weathers like trips and breaks a branch. And then he looks around. And then I'll need to get this right. So Mac just suddenly appears with a knife at his throat and he just goes, "You ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are back in the world. You give away our position one more time, I'll bleed you real quiet."
I'll bleed you real quiet.
You ghosting us, motherfucker. It's so good.
Is he talking about, imagine if he was talking about ghosting on like apps. I invited you to the. Is that the one? Remember too? He gets the fucking scorpion on his.
Yes.
On
he
his,
just stabs him in the turn around.
And he goes, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Does he do like a? Oh, thank you.
The two other good Arnie ones, the ones where it is clearly. See, I quite like the Arnie ones where they're not obvious for comedy. I don't really like the knock knock.
Yeah.
When he stabs a guy, stick around.
Yes.
I don't like that.
No, you know what I was about to say? Fucking hell. Do you know what's real funny? You can tell how hard these cunts are. One gets attacked by a boar in the middle. Bill Duke gets attacked by a boar and stabs it. They all come in and laugh.
They laugh at
It's like a fucking 2-ton boar. The fucking thing's like, if that happened to any of us, we'd be like petrified for life.
But the guy, they're proper ripping into him.
Yeah,
Jesus, Mac, you find anything bigger? Fuck you, Poncho. But they're ripping into him. The guy's clearly in absolute trauma because he's just seen his best pal.
Aye, he's talking to the fucking moon.
Aye, I thought he is. Just me and you again, bro. Sweat pissing off him in the middle of the night.
That was the one where he's in the middle of the night chatting to the moon and the sweat is fucking bucketing.
There's a really, really nice bit where, because they're so fucking hard and so masculine, and you can tell he's devastated at Jesse Ventura being killed. And then
he's got a big hole in the chest, isn't it?
And so he's like, I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna carve my name right in. I'm gonna carve your name right into him. But so he's obviously fucking devastated at this. And then Arnie, as he's walking away, Arnie tells him to set up like a perimeter of traps. And he goes, "Mac, he was a good soldier." And then Mac just goes, "He was my friend." And you're like that. Jesus Christ, fucking heartbreaking. It's the only emotion he's ever shown in his life.
So what we're saying here is that we think that Predator is the very first accurate depiction of PTSD in movies.
Yes, I would argue that. But like some of the like I forgot how gory, because the body's been skinned is gory.
Yeah, it has to be gory. I also found this with other ones not gory enough.
Yeah,
you need to gore, like Predator 2, gory.
It's like very gory,
very
Predator
gory,
2,
but it has to be like that. I mean, that is what the thing. Then you watch some of the other ones, you're like,
yeah, the way Ventura and Bill Duke die, especially. Like Ventura's chest just fucking explodes like that.
Yeah, it gets it right in the.
And then when he shoots Mac, when he sees the 3-dot target on his arm, and then it slowly switches around to his, and then his head just completely comes away.
Yeah,
at the back and just goes all over the camera.
Yeah,
great.
Awesome. I think the best F is the funniest. Man, I love it when Carl Weathers goes, "Oh my fuck!" I cry laughing. I love it. It's great. Like he blows it. It hits his arm. The arm fucking goes down. The machine. The finger's still on the trigger, going. The bullets are fucking scooting across.
Still shooting. It's amazing.
Tense. He's still flexing without his arm. It's like phantom limb syndrome. He's still fucking flexing and the gun's going off. And then it's so funny because the fucking Predators like got the claws out of big fucking Wolverine bastards. Sprinting towards him. And Carl Weathers is in slow motion with no arm going, hello! He knows he's so fucked. He doesn't get there. Like, he gets stabbed through the fucking...
It's so good. There was other stuff I was reading. So, like... Somebody was saying online that this is a class because, like, Arnie normally, when he's in films, like, even seeing Commando, most of the, like, when he fights Bennett at the end, right, Bennett's no match for him. The cunt's wearing chainmail, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like this effeminate, probably gay Australian. Hi, John.
Yeah.
Whereas all of these guys look like they'd give Arnie a decent fight. Ventura would probably think he could have Arnie.
Yeah. Massive.
Imagine Carl Weathers. But I was reading that on the set, right, that's how fucking mental it was. They used to have, like, they used to get up at 5, right? And there was, like, you know Joel Silver, the producer?
Yes.
He's on this.
Oh, is he?
So he's, like, proper Bruckheimer, fucking coked out his mind all the time.
Yeah.
So they would have big deliveries of coke sent to the set, and they would get up at 5, coked out of their minds, right? And they'd have weightlifting competitions between them all. Like Carl Weathers and Schwarzenegger just fucking testing how hard they could go.
Fucks.
And you're just like, how fucking cool is this? And they went, so the guy that plays Billy, right? He's a guy called Sonny Landham, right? I didn't know. Apparently he's in Commando as well. I think he's in Commando. No, is it 48 Hours? He's in another film anyway. But he was like the most mental of all of them on this set.
Okay.
So when they would finish filming for a week, they would go into whatever local town, and they would get fucking hammered, like absolutely hammered. Yeah. They had to hire a bodyguard for him to stop him. Like he was so mental. There was one point where he got so pissed he was crawling about a nightclub, biting people in the leg.
That's so funny.
So they hired a bodyguard to keep him away from people.
That's so funny, hiring a bodyguard for the other way around.
Because he's so mad.
Doing a Rorschach. You're all in here with me.
Exactly.
Who was it? What do you call him? Was it Pancho that, by the way, did the thing where he just said, I'm going to die here on this log?
Yeah. He takes a beating as well.
It doesn't show it, does it?
The big log comes. No, you just see him. I mean, he's clearly cracked his entire chest.
No. Punch. Sorry, I mean Caravan.
Oh, that's Billy. Aye, that's the tracker.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that as a wee boy and thinking that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
It's me before every Flynn show.
Yeah.
Caravan. Caravan fucking shit into my chest.
That's a good scream as well. How he dies.
Yeah. They tried to do it in Predators, didn't they? With the Yakuza dude. And you're like,
aye. But then, because there's a bit where I totally forgot as well, because it's after. So when the Predator comes back in, just before he kills the boar, the Predator's managed to evade all the tripwires because he comes back in for Ventura's body, because he's obviously keeping them as trophies. And then after he's killed Billy, you see the predator up on the top of a tree, and he just grabs his hair and rips his entire spine out.
Yeah.
And holds it up and just goes, "Arr!" And you're like, fucking hell.
Arnie's roar as well.
Oh, God, how good is that?
Good roar.
Oh, Jesus. Awesome.
What a film.
Just standing there covered in mud with
Yeah.
a flaming torch going, "Arr!"
Do you know, by the way, you can only see heat.
Yeah.
Imagine if you give it away by farting.
It's got a heart on.
You see it coming out of coming out of the vines, and it just zooms into it. It comes up. You know, it usually has more like data, like 4 inches.
Do you know? Imagine that, because he manages to cover absolutely everything.
Yeah.
You're going. First of all, right. Well, I'll get to that in a minute, but that'd be so funny if he'd covered everything. And you know how you get inopportune hard-ons at times. Arnie's covered completely.
Cracks the dry clay,
but hasn't put enough in his cock. And just gets a big one. And that's all the predator sees, like a lightsaber. What the fuck is that?
You can see the two things coming.
But I don't think
he fell off 2 waterfalls before that.
I totally. Again, I bet I forgot.
So funny. Good falls.
I forgot he went down a waterfall.
One of them head first, the other one more straight. One of them he just was like, fuck.
I think, unless this is the first time a predator's been sent to Earth, I think they would have made a contingency plan for mud. It seems a bit silly that mud's the one thing.
Well,
that
maybe what's happened is they've never had a problem with someone managing to cover up the heat
possibly
signature.
that's
So
just,
I suppose, and then that's where they should. What it should have been is they should learn the next time. But he didn't get back to the ship,
exactly,
so he would have learned
they
fuck
would never
all.
have known, aye.
He learned fuck all
That's a good point,
because
aye.
Predators he does the same thing.
Oh, does he? Aye. So,
Brody,
that's actually
Brody
quite
actually
good,
uses dirt as well, doesn't he?
That's actually
He
quite
actually
good
does the
then,
opposite. He uses dirt and then puts fire everywhere. He puts heat everywhere.
Aye.
Rather than the way
Aye.
around. But anyways,
well,
see the way he fucking like, but lying in the dirt is very funny. Right, I thought it was the fucking stupidest fuck. Much like the helicopter thing, it's very stupid to cover yourself in dirt, realize that the dirt heat signature, and then light a fire while you fucking make everything.
Yeah.
So he lights a fire, like, immediately gives away his position. I'm like, that is.
But is that not why he does that? But he does that.
He does no. He does that. Yes, he does that too. But while he's getting himself ready, he lights a fire in the dark to get himself. He's putting on the dirt in campfire, and I'm like, well, this is fucking stupid. Obviously, you have to show a bit of light to see him do it, but like, fuck's sake. He's really sitting there putting on his fucking dirt, and next thing you're just blown out of the tree.
Shit, what was I going to say? What do you think of the Predator as a... Like, I think the suit's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, better than most of the suits in the older ones, the newer ones. Sorry.
It's a good alien.
It is, and like the fuck, I love the kit.
Aye,
when he's bleeding, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. But I was like, no, that's cool. Got
cool.
a wee health. We fucking
a wee medipack.
Medipacks. What I was trying to think of.
But even when he takes the...
It'd be great if he was diabetic too, for no reason. They're just like insulin.
Testing his insulin levels.
They're all diabetic.
When he takes the mask off,
that
is well effective. Like, it's proper. He looks... I mean, it is a good alien face. I don't know if it's as good as the Xenomorph.
No, it's
Aliens.
not. But it is good. But I don't see. This is the thing. As much as they're scary, but Alien's meant to be scarier. This is meant to be an alien hunter.
Aye, that's true.
So, like, I don't think it's entirely supposed to be feared. You're meant to be fucked up, I think.
Because he's definitely scarier as when he's in the suit and the mask.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not as scary when...
yeah.
Vagina face. Like, it's not...
Fanny face.
But there's a really cool bit in it when... Because I think the effects, actually, when it's camouflaged against the forest, are really, really cool.
Yeah.
For 87,
it's
really good. There's a bit where Arnie's hiding up in the tree, and he suddenly realises it's behind him, and it basically crawls across him. So you see his camouflage against Arnie's body and face, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, good. That would shit yourself.
Yeah, that is really, really cool.
Again, fart.
Aye. No. But what's cool about it is, right, so I don't know if you knew about who played. So the guy that plays the Predator is just a big, huge stuntman dude.
Okay.
Do you know who played him originally? The Predator?
I feel like I do. Did I?
Van Damme.
What? I did. Sorry, he didn't do it because the suit was too.
So
Was it the suit, or am I thinking of someone else?
So the suit was shite, basically. You can go on, if you go on YouTube, there are videos of Van Damme on set as the Predator. And it's it's like a fucking anteater, orangey type suit. It's ridiculous. It looks terrible.
And you wouldn't fuck it. Like, what do you need Van Damme in that thing for?
It would have made it much worse film. But that's why, so then they had to get a guy in to build the suit. And that's why it's like Jaws, this film. You don't see the Predator until the very end. Yeah. So it's much more impactful.
Yeah.
But Van Damme partly get chucked off the set because he hated the suit and it was just ridiculous. Like he was losing buckets of sweat every day. But also, apparently, he kept making the Predator kickbox. And they were like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, no, I think it should kickbox. So he was getting up doing like the splits and fucking roundhouse kicks.
That's so shit. You would have fucking ruined that fella.
Fuck off.
That's what I was saying.
Honestly,
Like, there's no need for you have Van Damme in a suit. You don't need anyone. Like, as long as the guy's good at movement, basically.
He's also too wee. Van Damme's only 5'9".
Yeah, exactly.
Tiny man,
how bad would that film be if he Duke's running around and he just like roundhouses him in the head around a tree? You'd be just sitting there going, nah. That's so funny. Do you know he's got a bomb on himself? I actually thought it was like a nuclear bomb, kind of. I always thought it was a nuclear bomb.
I think is it not? Like
that didn't seem big enough.
It's a big explosion.
It is. It was massive. Like I'm not saying it. But for some reason in my head I thought it was nuclear.
No.
Maybe I don't know.
It's definitely not nuclear because it doesn't take out the helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I
thought it was like. That would have been see if that's what my script's going to be. There was like Nagasaki and Hiroshima wasn't Americans.
Predators. Oh,
Yakuza's in there trying to kill a predator.
So that's a good question. So if with Predator, with Prey, when it took it back to like Native Americans,
that's so good.
Right? Where else would you put a Predator? What time period and what?
I know exactly where I would put them in. 70s Belfast during the Troubles. Run around calling the Rand loyalists. Who's that fucker?
Jesus Christ.
The only way they try and kill him.
Some fucking face on that lad.
They were like, the only way we're going to kill this bastard is if we get him in that car.
Christ, he's one ugly cunt.
They're like, our predator number one was Lord Mountbatten, and then it was him. Mountbatten, and then we'll deal with the fucking alien that's killing everything.
That's brilliant. I think World War II. I think that always works. And the trenches in World War II.
That would be fun, yeah.
I know it's been done with stuff before where there's like a zombie film.
Like Dead Snow, isn't it?
Aye.
There's a couple of zombie World War Nazis.
It seems like particularly trenches within.
Yeah, trenches.
Seems like a good place to have them.
I would say Predators in Western, but that's kind of close to Prey, isn't it?
It's very. I suppose it's not the same as like
Alien versus Cowboys.
What's the TV series? Michael Crichton's
Westworld.
It's not real because they're robots.
Yeah.
But Predator as a Western, that'd be pretty cool.
What about? I think there's going to be a good one.
The Roman Empire.
He's a gladiator.
That's hey,
gladiator versus predator.
Oh yes.
Oh God.
What do you think is the best versus predator film we could make?
Aye, that's it. Right. So
Bigfoot versus predator.
Bigfoot.
Can't have Godzilla versus
Harry
predator.
the Henderson.
Harry the Henderson versus predator. The English Patient versus predator.
Aye.
All right. I've got my favourite one.
Okay.
Annie versus Predator. the ginger orphan Annie. Lasts like 2 seconds.
The Predator versus the boy in the striped pajamas. Oh no! I look like the boy in the striped. Oh no!
Oh yes!
I just went. Oh no!
Oh God, that's amazing.
Scrooge.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
The last thing I have to say about it is, and it's become like a proper YouTube video as well, the end credits to this are utterly ridiculous.
I think I turned it off as soon as.
Have you never seen where there's a basic thing where you could put the end credits of Predator against the theme song to any 80s sitcom.
And it works.
So the best one's the Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. Because all of them, you've just seen a horrific film, right? And they've all died. And they all do.
Did they do that?
Like,
I'm going back to watch that.
So Pancho kind of smiles at the camera and then winks. And then Shane Black is reading a comic and just puts it down and starts laughing.
I've actually
Billy
seen this.
turns around and goes,
No.
Mac takes a drink from his hip flask and goes, the Carl Weathers catches a gun and just goes, the worst one is the girl, the hostage. She flicks her hair up as if she's in a fucking shampoo commercial and just smiles at the camera. It's so weird.
She probably wasn't even paid for the film.
The only one that refuses to do it is Schwarzenegger. His is just a shot from the film where he turns around like that. The rest of them do this staged.
Oh,
it's incredible.
Imagine if Arnie's is him like just arse raping the predator
in the mouth.
Holding its hair, holding its dreadlocks.
I forget it's got dreadlocks.
I felt it was a lot of cultural appropriation.
Technically, Arnie in the Mud is essentially
Bill
Duke.
Are you trying to say couldn't see the black guys? That'd be so bad. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Bill Duke. What else is Bill Duke in, by the way?
He's in Commando.
Yes.
He's in Commando.
He's in a couple of things.
I'm going to find out what he's in because I fucking love the guy.
There's some fucking head in him. I think we've done a Bill Duke film. Has he been in?
Find out. Such a good name as well, Bill Duke.
Bill Duke.
William Henry Duke Jr.
Henry Duke Jr. That's as good as like Shaggy's real name.
Still alive? Yes, he's still alive. Excellent.
You gonna go find Bill Duke for the podcast?
So
get me Bill Duke.
What's he been in? Right, so Commando, then Predator. He was in Action Jackson, which is if we can ever track that down, that's Carl Weathers' own.
Okay, never
vehicle.
seen that.
I remember talking about it when he died.
I feel like I've heard that, so it must have been that.
As I said at the time, it's one of the best trailers you will ever see. Action Jackson.
Great.
When you call for action, you want Action Jackson. Like it's his own vehicle. It's brilliant. He's in Bird on a Wire. I remember him in that actually. It's a good film. Mel Gibson and Goldie Hawn. He's in Sister Act 2.
That's so fun. Get these fucking nuns out of here.
Nothing he's been in. He plays. He's got quite a big role in X-Men: The Last Stand, actually. But he's not been in any film we've done.
Okay, right. Okay.
But he's still acting. 2022 was his last.
What was it called?
Role. It's a documentary where he plays himself called In Search of Tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Wonder did he find it?
And yeah, he's been in some decent stuff, like. What else? He's in Get Rich or Die Trying, the 50 Cent classic.
He looks like an owl a little bit.
He does, yeah. He's in Payback as well. That's a really good film. I know, a good Mel Gibson film.
I've never watched that. I've seen it 100 times. You know, Big Mel's head.
Yeah, that's a great film. But I absolutely loved this.
Yeah,
loved it.
Who do you think you'd drop into the one actor that you think would spoil it?
One actor that would spoil it.
Like, you know, if you had Les Dennis in amongst them.
That's taking things to the extreme.
Somebody.
So it needs to be a Hollywood.
Do you know who'd be? Think of a good one that would be a fun character. Here's one: Philip Seymour Hoffman is some sort of. See, they've actually already been done because I was going to say like Walton Goggins is in Predators.
Yeah.
As like a rapist, isn't he?
Yeah.
Get a rapist in there.
Yeah, it's been years since I've seen that. Is that the idea that they've all done something wrong, and that's
they've been kidnapped? So it's like there's two mercenaries from two different parts of the world. There's a Russian guy fighting in the whatever war. Then there's a Yakuza that was in the middle of a fucking triad fucking thing, and then there was a rapist. And then you're meant to go Topher Grace. The big twist is Topher Grace. Like he didn't make sense because he's just a
regular dude.
He's a doctor that's all like nervous, but it turns out at the very end you find out he's a serial killer.
Oh, so who's kidnapped them then?
The Predators.
The Predators.
Predators kidnapped them.
I thought this was like a punishment
This
thing.
is different. No, they kidnapped them, the Predators this time, and they drop them on their planet They've made a jungle.
Excellent.
They've got a jungle, but basically you just wake up falling through the sky. So the first scene is just Adrian Brody waking up, falling from the sky.
I've seen it, but only once, and it was years ago.
I
don't
think it's
remember
great.
much.
I think it's really like it loses its way a little bit with Lawrence Fishburne and stuff like that, but then it gets good again.
I'm gonna go and watch that again.
Genuinely, what I think Predators is like up there with the better of them all.
Aye.
Yeah, definitely.
Fishburne, he would work in this film
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne.
at
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
Gibson would definitely work
Too
in this
small,
film.
is he, Gibson? Lawrence Fishburne. He was bigger though back when he was.
Aye.
Oh no, he was tiny when he was younger.
Oh, but if you need massive dudes, I mean, Stallone, you definitely could put in this.
Yeah, Dave Bautista.
Yeah, Bruce
Nah.
Willis, you couldn't have in this because
No.
he's not muscular enough.
No.
Van Damme's too wee.
Yeah,
Fucking Drago
the
could
great
definitely go in it.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren could definitely
Yeah,
be in
yeah.
this. Wesley Snipes could be in this.
What do you call him? The great Khalil or whatever fucking.
Great Khali.
Yeah.
With the wrestler. The 7.5 foot wrestler.
He's a nice guy.
There was a bit I meant to talk to you about
He only has pistols.
how much you hated one of the. I don't think we still can't spoil it, but how much you hated one of the cameos in Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
You must admit that the line is funny when he
Yeah,
goes,
yeah, I know.
"I thought you'd retired." Retarded. Like, I was fucking howling at that. Retarded.
That was good.
I don't like you. You never did. That was.
Yeah. What else is coming out, by the way, before we finish this fucking stuff up? Because Beetlejuice is coming out.
You loved Romulus.
Oh, I loved it.
It met everything you wanted.
But it's given mixed reviews. I've seen people
really?
on that. So like, I think it might be like, yeah, I liked it a lot. It's the right direction heavily.
Aye.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
going to wait till after the Fringe.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like if you just go in there and go, right, this is new. They fucking started it off. Like because I was like the Evil Dead director, and
Aye.
so I fucking think the sets are unbelievable in it. So good.
Apparently that M. Night Shyamalan one's pish trap.
I mean, there's like a 95% chance that children are going to be shite,
But apparently it's really shite.
Oh,
like
really?
really, really bad. Which I feel bad for my boy, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, Josh
He needs
Hartnett.
back. He needs back. But,
You want to come back? You want him to do a Matthew McConaughey?
I do, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But yeah, what a choice this week. I fucking love this film. I can't believe I don't watch this as religiously as I do Jaws.
Yeah.
It's going to be a proper year on year. I'm going to watch this now.
Yeah, you did, definitely. Yeah.
Love
When
it.
I saw it on the DVDs, I don't really see the DVD of it, and I was like, yep, I'll do that quickly.
Love it, love it. Right, next, you got anything else to say?
No.
No. Right, next week, change of pace.
Oh my God.
From Predator action film, we are going to be watching the high school drama 10 Things I Hate About You.
That's fucking excellent. I'm not sure if I've
A
seen
good
it.
cast of young stars, and it's just one of the things you'll love about this hilarious comedy hit. So there we go.
10 things.
10 things I
Predator
hate
to
about you.
10 things I do.
That's why
Perfect.
That's why this is the best podcast in the world.
Unbelievable. Delighted with that,
Right,
actually.
before we go, yes, this will be out tomorrow, and we've got the last weekend of the Fringe, so we'll have Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So come and see us if you fancy it, and then after that, because after that we're not going to be doing comedy for long.
Yeah.
Until the next weekend when we need to earn money again.
Yeah. I'll be in Newcastle.
Yes, I don't. I think I'm not doing anything the weekend after.
You joy.
So.
Mind you, Newcastle will be easier. Just sit
And then
in
we're
the
going to
hotel
see Sid is coming up. We're going to see Yeselnik.
Yeah,
in
might be.
Glasgow.
Have a
Yeah.
show.
Oh, you're not definite, are you? No.
Probably not, yeah.
So we're going to go and fanboy over Anthony Yeselnik. And
Jesselnik.
is it Jesselnik? It's not Yeselnik. Jesselnik.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I know that, just in case I bump into the man.
Yeah. I've met him.
Make a damn fool of myself. He seems like a lovely guy.
he is.
Like a genuinely quality dude.
Yeah, he was nice at the time. Do you know? Because I didn't know who he was, and like my friend Jim used to always go like, "Oh, you'll like Anthony Jesse. You do fucking."
Was it the Vodafone?
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, you'll like this guy. He's your type of thing." And usually I'm just like, "Oh, great, cool." Everyone says like that too. Oh, you're like Jimmy Carr, Frankie Boyle. I'm like, I'm not really. I don't think so.
No.
And then I watched him, and I was like, well, no, he's better than.
Aye.
Well, he does what I want to do.
Yes.
Way better. He twists, and I was like,
He is an
yeah.
absolute master of the craft.
yeah. So I was like, oh my God, love this guy. So
Yeah.
can't wait to see this.
So yeah, apart from that, leave us reviews and stuff. 5 stars if you can be bothered writing one. That'd be class. Tell your pals. Share everything that we put out. if you can. And once this fringe is over, like we say, we're going to really fucking kick into this
Yeah.
podcast a lot more. And apart from that, don't know, anything else?
Fuck yourself.
Yeah. I am just before we go, the only way I could think of finishing off this episode was Cullen, you're one ugly motherfucker. See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.